So let's try and figure out what an array is before we see how they work. So let's review what a variable is before we jump into arrays. Here we can see that we have my string variable. So we've set a user-defined word, one that I created myself, and we've given it the data type string. So string my variable refers to, in this case, we've assigned it the word dog. So a variable sets aside a place in memory for us to put values that can be various values throughout the course of the program. So in this case, we've set aside a place in memory that we're going to hold our my string variable. At the moment, we've put the word dog in it. And then, of course, we've done the same thing for my int variable, and we've put an int into it. So a variable holds one value in a place in memory. Well, that's all well and good, but what if I have lots of animals? So we're just going to look at the string example. If I have lots of animals, then I have to set up, in this case, 4 different locations in memory and 4 different variables. My string variable 1 is cat, my string variable 2 is elephant, and you get the idea. So it's not really very efficient if I want to refer to animals in general. So what we can do is create an array. And the way an array works is the same idea where we're going to give it a variable name. We're going to define the data type that's going to go in our array. In this case, we're going to have all strings in our array. It's important to remember that an array has to hold all the same data type. So in our case, we have all strings. This time you can see when we declare it, we use string and then brackets. So that brackets indicating that my variables is going to be an array. And here we have an example with one storage spot in memory. And in that one area of memory, we have 4 slots in this case. We have 4 elements or 4 locations in which we're going to put our different animals. So how do you refer to each individual element? Well, that's where indexes come in. So if we want to get to the dog, we refer to that as index position number 0. So you can see that my variables bracket 0, that's referring to dog. And my variables bracket 3 is referring to hippo. It's important to remember that indexes always start at 0 by default. So dog is not position 1, it's actually position 0. So if we want to access any of these elements, we're going to access it by the variable name, bracket, and then the index number, the position it is in that location in memory. So now that we've got at least kind of sort of seeing what an array can do, let's put it into action in the next video.